Definitely had some chillier, more fall-like days the last few days, but that's going to be changing this week. Meteorologist Erika Paige joins us again. And Erika, we have a warm-up on the way again.
We do, and it's going to feel very reminiscent of what maybe even Halloween felt like for us by the time we get into Tuesday. So keep that in mind. This is really going to be a very pleasant stretch that we're entering into. And honestly, even on the other side of this cold front, your temperature isn't going to bottom out. We're actually not even going to get as cold as where we have been the last couple of days on the other side of this cold front. So that just goes to show you how unseasonably warm this trend is going to stay for us over the next couple of days. In fact, when you look at your temperature tracker and you especially compare it to where we should be for this time of the year, tomorrow the average daytime high about 57 degrees. By Wednesday that starts to drop to about 55, and you'll notice we're almost 20 degrees above that point. Tuesday, that's the day that we're going to really make a run at records. But again, all these days that we have lined up well above average for this time of the year. So enjoy the stretch, because we know now that we're in the early month of November, we're really going to be seeing probably these days in a little bit shorter supply for us as we eventually transition from fall and then back into the winter season. As for Tuesday, it will be another day where we make a run at records. You'll notice the record in Cleveland set back only just a couple of years ago, 2022. 77 degrees. I do think we have a good chance of potentially tying that record. For Akron-Canton, 78 degrees, also set back in 2022. Mansfield, your record actually goes a little farther back to 2015 of 76 degrees. I think easily attainable by the afternoon hours, especially with a bit more of that sunshine. New Philly, your record set back in 2022, 79. We'll see how close we can get to that point. That may be a little bit ambitious, but we'll see. It really all just depends on how much heat and sunshine we can accumulate basically through the day. You'll notice your wind gust tracker. This is Tuesday morning at 6 o'clock, so just ahead of the polls starting to open. Lakeshore communities and areas west of I-71 likely dealing with the gustier conditions. We're talking winds at times gusting 30, maybe even 35 miles per hour, and that wind will only increase as we go through the morning. So bear that in mind, depending on when you may be deciding to go out to vote. As you get into your Tuesday, the wind is going to be one of your bigger battles, and it's really kind of through that mid-morning to about early to mid-afternoon that I think the wind is going to be the strongest. Closer to the lakeshore, areas west, that's where you have the best chance of seeing some winds, potentially 30, 40 miles per hour before it's all said and done. Then by Tuesday evening, we're waiting on that cold front to roll through. So we will eventually see those winds kind of die down a little bit, especially after the cold front passes. But again, we're just going to have to watch the timing on that very closely. I do think when you're looking at a lot of this newer data, we should stay very dry through a good majority of the day on Tuesday. You'll notice this is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're sitting pretty quiet, enjoying some of the sunshine, clouds just to our west, but that cold front is actually still out towards Chicago. So it is going to take a little bit of time for it to eventually make its way our direction, and that's why I think the best rain chance for us will actually happen early Wednesday morning. And then by lunchtime, we're working on clearing things out, bringing back a bit more of that sunshine, which in turn should help to bring that temperature up just a little bit more as well. We'll stay dry once we get past Wednesday's cold front. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, data looking pretty good for us to enjoy some time outside. But once we get into Sunday, there may be another opportunity for rain that we'll be monitoring. We'll piece this whole forecast together in your 7-day coming up.